Hello folks, this is Dane. Welcome back to the channel. This is Filipino Nurse Retires Home. Thank you for all your subscription, guys. And my numbers are going up. Goodness, I tell you what, I never thought that I would reach this far because last year I really wanted to just quit. But anyhow, in my kind of personality, I just do not quit anyway. So I persisted some, and then just lately my numbers are going up just because of you guys. Okay, now I'm gonna be talking to you this time, but most likely when I go back to the Philippines, I still will be talking, but I will have more videos to come and show you, because it's more really, there's a lot more that I can do there, like show you my animals maybe, and my garden, my projects, like something like that, and show you all the people around the neighborhood, because I'm gonna start getting them involved in my videos. Now today's topic is different. It's about when the Philippines is not for everyone, like foreigners as well as Filipinos returning from the adopted countries, going back to the Philippines and retire. It's not for everyone. Some of you guys would go there and try the kind of living condition, and then after that you quit. You do not want to have anything to do with the Philippines, and you go back because what you're expecting from your adopted country or original country, you are not able to basically meet in the Philippines when you go there. The standard of living is so different from what you are used to. So that's why you want to go back. So sometimes people would have so bad experience, that they would say, the Philippines is basically a dump, or some bad adjective that they can find to describe the Philippines. But Philippines can be a paradise at the same time, for people. It really depends on the mentality of the person and your experiences and how you see things, okay? Now, one thing about it though, Philippines is full of disorders, as I have said, and imperfection. So you cannot compare the Philippines from where you are at, like first world, because it's unfair, because Philippines is developing world. We're probably about 40 years behind you guys, okay? Behind your country. Now, you cannot compare the oranges from an apple, or apple from the oranges. That's the difference between the two. All right, now, there's some aspects that or categories again that I will discuss to you, okay, different. So one of these are, some people complain about our infrastructure. So it's a developing world. We're not equipped or having luxury of having roads all over the place. Take for the example, my city where I was at when I was growing up. I live in the rural areas. It took us 111 kilometers, 4 hours to drive on a bus going to the city. Can you believe that? On a dirt road, on a rugged road, on squirrely road on top of the mountains. And we did that for several years, Just recently we have a cemented road with this administration we have. I think the government realized that we've been so deprived for a while there, the Mindanao area. So we are building and building roads and bridges now. I don't care where the money is coming from, but anyway, I do not know. I do not have any idea, but as long as I get roads, that's okay for me right now, okay? So I do not belong to any kind of party, guys, okay? I'm not a yellow, I'm not a red, nor green, okay? I do not. As long as things are done correctly in the Philippines, that's all what matters to me, honestly. Now, Philippines is never perfect regarding safety, as well as regarding our cleanliness. We're always having problem with that because of the sewage system, as well as a poor infrastructure. But they're getting better in my home, in our town actually. They're getting better. They're digging more and more ditches and manholes. They're cleaning the manholes in Davao City. That's all I can hear. I mean, I heard from YouTubers. So it's getting better. And then some people would complain that there's not so much entertainment. Oh my gosh. Not so much entertainment, huh? In Manila maybe, or big cities, you have all the entertainment in the world in par with the developing, in par with the first world. But when you go to the rural areas, then you would say not a lot of entertainment, man, because at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, at night, they all go to sleep. When the chicken roost, that's when the Filipinos in the rural areas go to sleep and they make babies. That's all the entertainment they have. Maybe the government would have to put their casinos as well as bars and entertainment center so that they will divert their mind and stop making babies. I'm just sarcastic here, guys. It's a joke, okay? It's just a joke. Now, some of these expats as well as Filipinos returning to the Philippines, they underestimated the amount that they have to spend on housing and food, okay? Because for me, we really started early as possible. We built our house, our house. We built it ahead of time. So it's not gonna be against our budget when we go back there. Everything is paid for. So I do not have to pay for anything, including our cars, you know. I'm gonna put that aside as another budget, but my monthly budget is all for our food and entertainment and utilities. So a lot of expats sometimes would go to the Philippines underestimating the housing part. And that's a big ticket item that you really have to address in the first place before you go to the Philippines, you know. So, but it all depends where you are at. So get places that you can afford to pay for the rental maybe, if you're gonna start renting. And get started, you know, even just a small house if you're married to a Filipino in a small piece of land. Now, sometimes they cannot find the right food. My goodness, I do not know why, you know. The only food that we're deprived of is probably beef, not a lot of supply of good beef in par with the first world. Okay, but we have fresh meat like chicken, we have pigs, you know, and we probably have carabao meat. If you like carabao meat, that's just like the same as the cow meat, you know, and fish galore, as well as vegetables and any kind. We have all of that. I do not know why you have problem. So the only way to overcome that is actually go and cook your own food. So just follow the recipe. Now, Philippines is bombarded with a lot of calamities, you know, but, you know, what I would say, find a place where you can stay safe, like typhoons in southern Mindanao. Just don't go far south. Go to Davao City, Cagayan de Oro maybe, or maybe Jose Abad Santos City or General Santos City. You can live there comfortably without getting hit by typhoon. Maybe we have a little bit of torrential rain, but most likely we have very light rainfall, very light. So if you're in typhoon areas, make sure that your house is okay. Make sure also that you're not gonna be in the flooded areas, because a lot of the cities in the Philippines, because of poor drainage, they will have flood. In fact, in Davao City now, we have very bad flooding there. But I hope the government would address that issue with the flooding system. So what I would suggest, when you buy a place, it has to be in a higher level or on a hillside, because where it goes down, that's the problem, because of too much population, you know, as well as the drainage. Now, another one is the traffic. My goodness, I cannot do anything about the traffic, you know, especially in the cities. People are buying cars left and right there, brand new cars. I don't know where they're coming from. Maybe because a lot of people are going back. A lot of OFWs are investing back into the country, and they're buying cars. And then the government had underestimated amount of roads and bridges we have in the Philippines. That's why it's so trafficky. Now, another one is there's no restaurants, good restaurants. But you know what I would suggest, guys, if you're overweight from your adopted country or from where you are from, that's the time for you to lose weight. Go to the Philippines and you're gonna be skinny. I'm kidding, guys. Not all Filipinos are skinny. We're getting fat because of the fast food, okay? Now, another big thing also, when they get sick, okay, they do not have enough money or health insurance to cover them. So they tend to go back to their countries. And because every time they get sick, if it's really, really bad, like requiring bypass surgery, you have, from our place in Davao City, we have to ship those people to Manila area. That's the issue there. And if you require like liver transplant or kidney transplant, you know, then you go to Manila area. They got 5-star hospitals there that can intervene whenever you need those kind of healthcare services. Now in Davao City, they have good hospitals there, you know. And Cebu, they got good hospitals. So otherwise, guys, those are the main categories that I have to touch that deter people from living in the Philippines and making their stay in the Philippines horrible and bad experience. But really, I really hope that you're gonna try, you know, because Philippines is only for special people. And I really hope we can thrive there and adjust well. So goodbye, and I hope you'll enjoy life. Thank you.